Well, hello and a very warm welcome to our continuing coverage of the AFC Champions League. It's Ahal versus Fayha, our offering from Group A. This is day 2 of the competition, and two very inexperienced sides in terms of their pedigree at the top level in this competition. Ahal, just the one previous appearance, Fayha making their debut. And the Ashgabat Multisport Stadium is absolutely chock-a-block, as you can see. It holds 20,000, and pretty much every seat is taken here. A real level of expectation. Temperature here in Turkmenistan is 23 degrees centigrade. That's mid-70s Fahrenheit, if you prefer it in old money. Shouldn't be any rain, although there's just the off chance we might get a sprinkling. Pitch looks okay, and the teams are about 3 or 4 minutes away from making their entrance onto the field. First time since the start of 2020 that the group stage is now home and away. 18 different countries staging matches on match week 1. This the first edition, the 21st edition rather, of the AFC Champions League, and it runs until the final, which will be in May of next year. And just a reminder how it works: 40 clubs in total, some of whom qualified automatically for these group stages, others who had to take part in playoffs. The 10 group winners will be guaranteed a place in the last 16, and then the best 3 runners-up from each of the 2 regions, the East region and the West region, will also qualify for the knockout stage. This is a West region match. They've got the flags, the Ahal supporters, and they are absolutely primed and ready for action. They didn't get through from the group stage last season, Ahal, in their Champions League debut, but they did collect 4 points, and they then went on to win the Turkmenistan Domestic League for the very first time in their history. So expectations are high. However, this season domestically has not quite lived up to last. They're currently in 5th place. They're 20 points behind the leaders, Arkadag, and they've won just 5 of their 13 league games so far. Booked their place here with a shock win over Al Halal, did Al Fayha, in the 2021-22 Saudi Kings Cup. And rather like their opponents, their start to the season has been very poor as well. Just 1 win from 6 matches. So both teams coming in on, I wouldn't say a total downer, because the Champions League always raises expectations, as well as blood pressure probably, but neither really could be said to be in form domestically. So maybe this will be a welcome distraction from league travails. The Saudi team are actually one of the oldest clubs in Saudi Arabia, and they've had a reputation for a long time actually of nurturing young players in the region. The problem is they then tend to get sold on to some of the more successful clubs, shall we say. Al Fayha actually only won promotion to the Pro League in 2017. They went down in 2020 and then were promoted again at the first time of asking the following year. Noise levels have gone up because the officials and players are on their way out, as you can see. And Al Fayha thoroughly determined to enjoy their first season in Asia's top club competition. Ahal's story actually is just as interesting, really. They only were founded back in the late 1980s. Initially played in the Soviet second tier, and they won their first ever national title last season after being runners-up 6 times since 2014. They actually broke Altin Asir's 8-year stranglehold on the domestic title in Turkmenistan. They had a taste of the AFC Cup back in 2015. And even though, as I said, they didn't qualify from the group stage last season, they were bottom of the group, but they did win a match, and they only conceded 9 goals in their 6 games, so they're not an easy nut to crack. It's going to be fascinating to see how this one pans out. And just a reminder that for the first time in the group stage, we are using the VAR system. Last term it was only used from the last 16 onwards. Fayha, known as the Orange, in their standard kit tonight, under the management of Vuk Razovic, the Serbian. They've got a more settled squad than Ahal, that's for sure. There have been a lot of comings and goings here. The man to watch out for is number 27, Yazgil Shkurbanov, who has only recently joined from Ashgabat, but he's already got 4 goals in his short time here. Two skippers in the middle, Tagayev of Ahal, and Al-Bakawi is the skipper of Al-Fayha. The man in charge tonight is Adam Mohamed Makadma. We saw those VAR officials go through. Talked about the main man up front for Ahal. The main man striking for Al-Fayha is number 17, Fashion Sakala, the Zambian, who's been in red-hot form this season as well. He's played all over the world, really. Russia, Belgium, Scotland. And he definitely has an eye for goal. Checklist on the substitutes. Both coaches naming 2 goalkeepers on their benches. One disappointment from Al-Fayha's point of view. There's no Abdelhamid Sabiri tonight. Might remember he played a really important role for Morocco when they got to the World Cup semi-finals in Qatar last year. Scored in the penalty shootout win against Spain as well, but he's injured. So neither side is at full strength. As I mentioned, there have been lots of recent arrivals at Ahal. So we'll see how it's going to pan out over the next couple of hours or so. Referee will just wait for his colleague to signal we've reached the correct time for kickoff. Saudi Arabian team have been made big favourites for this, but I'm not sure it's going to be as straightforward as that, especially because of their struggles domestically of late. Very experienced centre-back pairing for Ahal. Tursunov and Geldiev, 32 and 33 respectively. The skipper's 34, Tagayev. Just wonder if they'll be able to contain Fashion Sakala, who is quick. The Al-Fayha number 17. Still waiting for the signal from the touchline, and now we are away with Ahal all in white, playing from left to right in this first half, and scoring goals has been a problem this season for them domestically. So it'll be interesting to see how they go against Al-Fayha, who haven't exactly been free scoring themselves, it has to be said, back home in Saudi Arabia. Long ball straight away looking for Abdur, a man of, and he did well. Was he tugged down? The referee was very close to it and said no. They don't mind playing it long, Ahal. The crowd showing their displeasure at the decision, or rather the non-decision. And quite often when teams are struggling domestically, you will see them play just a little bit longer. Not the confidence to go down the slick passing route. I think they might both fall into that category. Here's Tursunov. They've given it away though, but a poor cross. Have to deliver better than that, Al Safri. That's Ahal Obazov, coach of Ahal, who have possession here with Basimov. Got the ball stuck under his studs, and now he's got to sprint back to get into his defensive position. Certainly crowd are right up for this, creating a terrific atmosphere here. On the charge, Abduramanov, he's onside. Just got dragged a little bit wide by the pass. Now, what can he find from here? Needs some help. That's nicely done. Basimov. It's a poor clearance, and a shooting chance early on for Tagiev. Well, they've started brightly, have Ahal. Razovic, who's 50 now, the Fayha coach, been here a couple of years. And that's a nice little ball. Tackle has to be right, and it was. Soyanov with a very good challenge to stop Sakalo in his tracks. Sakalo's header. Just a little bit scrappy early on. But certainly Ahal will be trying to feed off the energy of this sellout 20,000 crowd. Ahal goalkeeper tonight is Rahat Japarov. Big man, he's 6'5". He's actually unattached. He didn't have a club for 8 months till he arrived here. Here's Al-Bakawi. Oh, just got to be careful to watch the bounce there. Now there might be something on the counter-attack for Ahal. Carried forward by Basimov. That's an excellent challenge from Konan. The Ivorian, Zizan Konan. Good play from Hoya Mamadov. No free kick, they wanted one. Onyekuru was battling for it. The decision has gone against the Nigerian. Wasn't accurate enough, the pass. Crowd knew it as soon as it was struck. But it might come back here invitingly for Aliyev. They were queuing up to block the shot, but they still haven't got it clear. Abdurrahmanov, who's looked bright in the opening few minutes. And the effort, you could see what was in Tagiev's mind. And that follow-up shot, some way wide. Abdurrahmanov again. Having a go against the fullback. Now picked up by the skipper, Al-Bakawi. Surely that was a foul, yeah. Right in front of the referee's nose as well. Al-Bakawi. Caught in is Semirot, the Bosnian. And here he is again. Defensive midfielder, but a lot goes through him. Is Onyekuru trying to get it through to Sakala. Both were stopped in their tracks. Every indication this potentially is going to be an end-to-end match. It's well shepherded behind by Basimov under extreme pressure from Sakala. Won the Under-17 African Cup of Nations way back in 2017. Sakala, who's 26 now. Did pretty well playing at Glasgow Rangers in Scotland. 21 goals in 59 league appearances. No disgrace in that. Bounced over the head of Madrashi. Basimov. Abdurrahmanov. See how many players they've got back here, Fayha, but it may not be enough. It's a corner. No, it's not. Cannon back off the Ahal man for a goal kick. Just couldn't take it on Sakala. Sakala again. He did very well to get any of that. It wasn't Conan's best pass, and that will be the game's first corner. And it's gone to the visitors with just over 10 minutes gone here in this Group A match. Paktakor and Al Ain are the other two teams in this group, incidentally. So some early defending here for Ahal to do. Fairly comfortably away at the near post. Rescued by Onyekuru. And now Sinirot. See the plan from Fayha to press early, not giving them a moment's peace, trying to get out from the back, but they've worked this pretty well, Ahal. Aniev, even despite the shirt tug, wasn't able to stop his man. Abdurmanov. Seen a lot of the ball in the early exchanges. The number 30 nearly worked as well. Just for a second it looked like Aniev might be away on goal. And playing midfield or as a out-and-out striker, Gerben Aniev. Here Mamedov. Touch from Geldiev. And there are three waiting in the penalty area here for the cross. It was too high for all of them. And here was the cross. I don't think there was anything untoward now. Nowhere near enough for the penalty that the home fans were asking for. Oh, nicely off the chest of Tagiev. Pity. So that had promise for a few moments. Al-Bakawi. Al-Khadi. Haven't really got their passing game going so far, Fayha. Oh, how about that for confidence? That was brilliant from Abdurmanov. Now, can they make something from it? Not quite. In fact, the whistle had gone anyway. Shove on the defender is what caught the referee's eye. Ahmed El Kasser is in goal tonight for Al Fayha here in June. 32 now, he's very experienced. He began his career at Al Riyadh. Surprisingly, hasn't been capped for his country. Very rarely makes mistakes. Onyekuru trying to make a nuisance of himself, but he couldn't pick it up, and that will surely be a free kick. That was a poor challenge. I wonder whether the referee will reach for his pocket. Doesn't look like it. I think that's what Henry Onyekuru was asking. Seven men in orange in that line, just about, what's that, 10 metres outside the penalty area. Just got to be careful not to go too soon and stray offside. The body's flying everywhere. It wasn't really the best delivery. It had no whip on it, no pace, easy to defend. Onyekuru trying to turn without success. Well, it's a nice idea from Tagiev, a little flick. Fayha Mamadov again decides to go long. Well, that was deliberately aimed at Onyekuru. Just a throw. Never going to get the flick on there with the imposing figure of Soyanov. Asking too much despite the crowd's volume. Well, it's a bit hasty, that. Al-Qaidi just smashed it into touch. He had a bit more time, I think, than he thought. He might be encouraged by that. Ahal. No free kick again. I've got to say, he's refereed very well so far, very deliberately. Adam Mohamed Makadmi looks a very calm kind of official. Doesn't gesticulate wildly. And he's been pretty much everywhere when there's been any kind of incident to make a judgment on. In exactly the right place. Here's Geldiev for Soyanov. Ball control. Having a tug at Madrashi's shirt. Managed to keep the ball though. Here he is again. Well, he did very, very well, Sakala, just to keep that in play at all. Ended up winning a throw for his team. Touch was from Madrashi, but they can't deliver. Well, the long throw hasn't proved particularly fruitful so far. We just can't get that first flick. Looked like a shove, and it was right under the referee's nose. Easy decision to give. Once again, too much on the pass. Hooked away by Al-Rashidi. And Fayha have a player down. Hard to tell exactly what went on there, to be honest. But sufficient concern for a couple of physios to make their way onto the field. So it'll be an uncontested drop ball. We're just past the midpoint of the first half. It remains 0-0. And to be honest, not too much to choose between the sides so far. Gradually working their way down that far touchline, Fayha. But he's managed to win a corner, Madrashi. 32 now, Mohamed Madrashi. He made his senior debut for Ahal some 12 years ago. Still pretty quick though. Pace has always been a big part of his game. And with the likes of Onyekuru and Sakala around him, should be fairly potent as that flies harmlessly over the top. Al-Rashidi's header. Manol's pass didn't find its target. No shortage of commitment from either of these sides, just that final ball, and that's hit the referee. Just the final ball lacking. So possession will go back to the team that had it, which is Ahal. That's calmly done. Bazimov worked their way out of a hole there quite cleverly. Ahal. Well, he's very vocal, but I think his team have started reasonably well, especially considering most people had them as big underdogs here. Onyekuru has gone for the return and he's got it. Only one in the middle at the moment, waiting for a potential cross. Now maybe there's a break on. You see how many Al Fayha players are back though. They really didn't overcommit going forward in that attack. Oh, that's a terrible giveaway. Maybe they can make something effectively out of nothing. Aniyev still maybe needed to move that a little bit quicker. It was just presented to him on a plate there. Real gift. Couldn't do enough with it. Mamedov should be the goalkeepers. Safe handling from Alcácer. Al-Bakari. Was that a hand? Yes, it was. He knew it, didn't he, Sakala? Just bounced up and he clearly got an advantage. Hit him flush on the hand. And Rashidi will start again for Fayha. Sakala doesn't mind dropping deep on occasion. And so far he's had, to be fair, very little service. Not seen much of Ricardo Rilla, the Brazilian, who just played the ball back there. Needs to get into the game more, I think his manager would say. And that's a very inaccurate through ball and easy pickings for Japarov. Tagiev just past the half-hour mark here, still 0-0. This Group A match, stakes are so high. Remember, just the group winners guaranteed to go through, and that really does add a little bit of extra pressure. That's not a bad ball, and it was Al-Bakari who saw the danger and knocked it out of play. the height of optimism, really, from that range. Just had to watch the bounce, Alcácer, but goalkeeper of his experience, not going to be beaten from 40 yards, you wouldn't imagine. Five shots to one, but possession pretty equal. Home side just shading it. But there really hasn't been much between these sides so far. Always looked as if goals were going to be at a premium. Both teams relatively shot shy in their domestic leagues. Basimov charging forward. Nice little touch. Here's Aniyev. Disappointing ball under absolutely no pressure. Suyanov. Gerbanov. Conan, very experienced, the Ivorian. He's played in Portugal and France. Here on a season loan from Al Nassr. 28 caps for the Ivory Coast, and they don't give them away. That was very well done by Gerbanov. He was a bit unlucky. The ball just beat him. Still, there's no real pattern to the play at the moment. Both sides, as I mentioned, similar amounts of possession. Just don't seem to be able to pick a final pass. Don't quite know if they should be playing a slightly longer game or not. That's not a bad ball though, into Sakari. A tremendous challenge. Perfectly timed tackle. Onyekuru couldn't keep it. Ahal get the free kick. Neither goalkeeper really been tested yet. We're, what, about 10 minutes away from the break. Mamedov. Across for Al-Kaidi. Well, that was a nice piece of skill from Conan. Very clever, the way he sold his man, and then he couldn't find a pass. And you can see the frustration on the Ivorian's face as he did the hard part. earned himself the space and the time and just couldn't execute. In the direction of Onyekuru, who was beaten in the air. Conan again, getting forward a little bit more now, the latter stages of the opening half. Well, he did well to get round the back, Sakala, but then couldn't deliver a cross of any use. Rather typifies the opening half, to be fair. A lot of endeavour, a lot of commitment, a lot of passion. But just that final bit of class that's been lacking from both teams so far. And it takes a second for all that to change. No free kick. I think he knew, Tagayev, that wasn't a foul. Didn't really make any kind of a protest to the official. Once again, easy pickings for Japarov. Solyanov. Nice for Razimov. Not exactly sure what Abdurrahmanov was trying to do there. Almost did a half pirouette when he flicked it on. Al-Bakawi. Again, the cross just lacking penetration. Awkward bounce to deal with. Once you let it bounce, you can be in trouble as a defender. Sakala trying to turn, just no room. Now trying to use his pace down this side, and that was rather crudely ended, the run of Gurbanov, and a deserved yellow card. Don't be any complaints about that. So El-Kadi in the book. I don't think there's too much damage done, hopefully. Another look at it. Well, yeah, he knew what he was doing. He just made sure there was enough contact. And when you're running at pace like that, it doesn't take much to upend you. And that's exactly what happened there. So eventually we will get the free kick taken. A little bit of restlessness amongst the crowd. They want their team to get on with it rather than just knock it back between keeper and defender. Just over 3 minutes of normal time to go in the first period. There'll no doubt be 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time to add on. But certainly Al Fayha have succeeded in quietening the crowd, who were very boisterous early on. Conan. Sakala, free kick. Al-Kaidi. Conan. It's looked lively in the last 10 or 15 minutes. I think he's one of the better left backs in the Saudi League. Shot was deflected, but Japarov able to save the corner pretty comfortably. Al-Bakari rather had it gifted to him. Didn't like any of the options ahead of him, though. I think both teams, or both coaches, might consider a change at half-time. Just looks like we need to inject a little bit of energy, a little bit of urgency. That's a better ball. Out to Al-Bakari. Keeper's come. Not a very certain punch. It was knocked back initially by Sakala. Still a chance, deflection, and away for a corner. Well, we've waited a long time for some goalmouth action. We certainly got it there. Looked at one point as though Sakala might be in. And they had a second opportunity as well when his effort was blocked. This wasn't convincing from Japarov, the goalkeeper, really. Didn't go very far. Sakala's first shot. Second shot was blocked from Madrashi, and then Sakala again. Here's the corner in the final minute of normal time in the first half. Fayha Mamadov. So how much additional time are we going to have here? The answer is 3 minutes, pretty much what we thought. Samiro. A little lazy in possession. Well, here's a half chance. It was a narrow angle. No hesitation in going for the shot, but always rising over Japarov's crossbar. Ravshanov didn't distinguish himself in the build-up, and it was Al Safri who had the effort. And they're trying to pressure them again. Looking a bit nervous at the moment, Ahal defensively. Maybe they can play their way out now. Gurbanov. Solid but fair challenge. That was more like a rugby tackle. Well, it would work at the Rugby World Cup, wouldn't it? Currently going on in France. Al-Bukhari. Well, that's a real giveaway. Some of the passing has been pretty amateurish, and there's too much on that. Well, at least there was, because the goalkeeper Al-Qasa had read it perfectly and came out to snuff out the danger. Thumped away. It's looked destined to end goalless, hasn't it, for a little while this first half. We've played the 3 additional minutes, and that's all we're going to play. A half of few chances, really. Just one shot on target. That came from the home side. Only 3 corners, all of them to Al-Fayha, incidentally. And the closest we've come, a couple of efforts from Sakala, one deflected wide and one saved. Half-time then in this Group A match. Nothing to divide the sides. Ahal 0, Al-Fayha 0.
Yes, of course, no substitution.
Well, a warm welcome back to the Ashgabat Multisport Stadium in Turkmenistan, where we're goalless between Ahal and El Fayha, but we hope for better things in this second half. Chances definitely at a premium in the first 45 minutes. Doesn't look as though there have been any changes to either side. So where we go then, if you have just joined us, Al Fayha in the orange, attacking the goal away to our right in this second half. And both goalkeepers have been largely unemployed thus far in this contest. I would imagine that if it stays at 0-0 for maybe 15-20 minutes, may well see some activity on both benches as Al-Bakawi gets an early touch, the Saudi team's captain. Brought forward by Simirot, the Bosnian. Konan there on the left-hand side, one of the few players that did look semi-threatening every time he did venture forward from left-back. Well, they've lost it, and here's an opportunity. Great block. Solinov put his body on the line there. Retrieved by Al-Bakawi. Positive early moments these for the visiting side. Into Onyekuru. Still managed to keep it, and he got a cross in as well. And just for a moment, there were a few heart murmurs in the crowd there. That was dangerous. Much brighter start to this second period. Here's Al Safri. Simirot. Just can't get the ball at the moment. Ahal. Referee says play on. I don't think he's too badly hurt. Al-Bakawi back on his feet now. Well, that's a clever little dummy from Onyekuru, which nearly unnerved Ahal. Konan. There is definitely an urgency about Fayha at the moment. And that was travelling and it needed saving. Pushed away by Japarov. It came at a pretty comfortable height. But all of a sudden there's a real urgency from the Saudi team. Well, he would have expected to stop, but nonetheless. Well, there is a little bit of concern at the moment, isn't there, in the Turkmenistan side's camp. So El Safri looks like he's going with a long throw. Not that long and very ineffective. Cleared away by Gerbanov. Just great for him to get a touch, but it's back in their box again. Goal kick. Well, that shot from Sakala a moment ago, just about as close as either side have come to breaking the deadlock. Once again, they're just inviting pressure. Ahal, some loose passing, and then they've given a free kick away. Crowd don't like it, but I think it was the right call from the Jordanian official. He jumped at the man rather than for the ball. And that's a shove. They'll like this decision better, the home fans. And now Ahal may be on the charge, going to get something going here. That was travelling, what a strike! Yes, they can get something going. Absolute beauty out of absolutely nothing. No wonder the coach gives it the fist pump. Astonishing hit. Goalkeeper hardly moved. It's brought the stadium to life. Goalkeeper there in the middle of the celebrations. Jakarov. They've been under almost non-stop pressure since the restart, and they come up with a wonder goal. Wow. And what on earth must Fayha be feeling? Absolute stunner from El-Mantaghiyev. He's been at the club for 3 years. He's had all kinds of issues with injuries. Maybe hasn't made as many appearances. Well, he certainly hasn't, as he would have liked. But this is an absolutely superb strike. One thought in his mind, left foot, top corner. Sakala looking for a swift response here. Al-Safri. Again, it's a miscued clearance, and they are still inviting pressure, albeit now a goal to the good. Chip towards Onyekuru. No harm at all. Well, let's just hope that Ahal don't sit on that lead. I don't think that would be the right tactic. Ironically, the goal came just at the point when Fayha were looking probably as dangerous as they had at any point in the contest. It just takes a moment, and what a moment that was from Tagiev. This is gone. Just confirmation that the goal scorer was shown the yellow card for taking off his shirt. In celebratory mode. Absolute wonder strike from the captain. The referee needs to blow the whistle here because the ball's trapped between Al Safri's legs. Close enough. That's a little bit clumsy. Helped on by Aliyev. Doesn't seem to be too much urgency to get forward though from Ahal. Can't believe they're going to adopt what we hold policy. This is more promising. Aslimov steaming down that right hand side. Now Taguiev, the goal scorer. Only one in the penalty area, so they had to kind of go short. Now there are more bodies in there. Taguiev's delivery, that was very ambitious, but it still might happen here for Ahal. Just no room really for Endurmanov to get the cross in. Double substitution. Endurmanov is coming off. And it looks like Gurban Aliyev is the other man being replaced. So Mamiev will probably play in centre midfield. And Melis Diniev, I think, on the right-hand side of midfield. So Abdurrahmanov and Aliyev off, Diniev and Mamiev on for Ahal. Seven orange shirts in and around that Ahal penalty area for Samirot's free kick. And he usually delivers pretty well from these kind of situations, the Bosnian. Can he get some whip and some pace on it? He certainly could. They're straight up in the air from Majrashi, and they've just had enough men back to cope with the danger. To the Ahal. Looks like a double change coming for Al Fayha here. First touch for Diniev. He's offside. Get a sprint on there. Did well. Kursanov. Here are the two changes. So Al Safri replaced by Saud Zidane. It's a straight swap. One midfielder for another. And Osama Al-Khalaf is also on, number 80. Looks like he's slotted in on the left-hand side. Just past the hour mark then, here in Turkmenistan, and Ahal leading by Elman Tagiev's wonder goal. 52 minutes in. Konan. There'll be a free kick. Just looking at the possession stats, it's so even, literally 49-51 in favour of Al Fayha. They've also had 9 shots against 5, but only 1 on target, and I think that's probably the key stat. Nice from Semirot. Now Al-Khalaf, his first touch since coming on. Once again, they just can't clear their lines. Referee's whistle has rescued them this time. Free kick. Al-Khalaf. Might need 2 physios here. Well, some glum faces amongst some of the Al Fayha dignitaries and travelling entourage. Their side a goal down. Just one of those absolute magic moments from Tagiev. Don't think either player at fault there. It was just an accidental collision, and I think it's the Ahal player who's come off worse by the look of it. Well, let's hope we don't need the stretcher. Well, treatment continuing on the far side, but I think he is going to come back. Stretcher was just precautionary. Onyekuru. Well, they've done well there, Ahal, just to force Fayha back. Oh, that's a really loose pass. Once again, though, there was just no real intent to get the ball forward. Dangerous game if they're trying to hang on for a 1-0 with 25 minutes to go. Gerbanov. Less said about that effort, the better. Al-Bakawi. Better ball that for Al-Khalaf. And then, I'm not sure what Simeone was trying to do, and he's normally such an assured passer of the ball too. And he got that all wrong. Al-Bakawi. Al-Khalaf shown admirable patience so far of Al-Fayha, but at some point they need to be a little bit more positive. They're trying now. Al-Khalaf appeals for handball. It was only him, and I don't think even he was particularly convinced. Just a corner, I think, no free kick. So into the final quarter of the match. And still, Ahal with that slender lead. Corner taken relatively quickly. This is a terrific run. Was round the back there was Zidane. And he's earned his team another corner. Excellent header clear. Fayha Mamadov it was who got it away. Well, they should have learned from matches yesterday, the Ahal players, that they are adding on a lot of stoppage time when there are players that go down who potentially don't need to. And 14 minutes in the Al Hilal match yesterday. Zidane. And again. Forward by Rilla. That's an excellent ball. Al-Khalaf. That isn't. KSA, the final pass going astray, strikes again. confident enough to try and play their way out, albeit under pressure. Eventually, Japarov clears. Al-Bakawi will start again. He thought long and hard about the pass and still got it anywhere but where he wanted. That's a nice piece of skill from Tagiev. Can't say that they're exactly committing players forward. Ahal. Free kick for the visitors here. They have one eye on the clock, still plenty of time, but I think it's a lack of genuine chances that they're creating that's going to be concerning them most. Maybe they can produce now. Cross was just an absolute present for Japarov. Beautifully on the chest. Gorbanov wanted it back there, but I don't think Tagiev saw him. That was pretty hopeful. Here's Onyekuru. Kona. Al-Bakawi. Captain again. They are finding it hard to penetrate this stubborn Ahal defence. Sakala has come as close as anyone. Al-Khalaf, another player goes down. And all this will be added on. So really, not gaining any advantage. That's how we stand. 73, nearly 74 minutes in. Wonder goal from Elman Tagiev, continuing to divide the sides. Going to get another change here. It's going to be Onyekuru coming off. And Khalid Karbi, an out-and-out striker, who's going to be his replacement. Eventually they take the free kick. Not particularly accurately. It's going to go all the way. Has it gone out? Yes, it has. Goal kick. So 3 substitutes used by Vuk Razovic, the Fayha coach. Just the 2 changes so far for Ahal. And it did invite the shot, but that was never anywhere close. Sakala didn't look particularly well set when he hit that, truth to tell. Nicely done. Managed to get a couple of decent passes in, and once again though, there's no consistency. And they've given possession back to the Saudi side. Al-Bakawi. Al-Khalaf. Nice from Sakala. Is there going to be any end product though? Trying to get something going with Majrashi. Wanted a free kick, not given, but they've kept possession. Too many options going forward, and that was why Manningham had to turn back there. So they were pretty much all hands on deck defensively. Free kick. Rabashanov has come off, and number 18, Salim Umarov, is on. And so too is Goshanov, just to shore up the defence a little bit. Urbanov was the other man who came off, so both sides now making wholesale changes. Question is, will there be a wholesale change to the scoreline? Doesn't really look like it, to be honest. Honestly, don't think he's hurt, because he had a good look up to see if he was going to get the free kick and then decided to stay down. Yeah. So we've got exactly 10 minutes of normal time to play at the end of the second half, but I think we might have plenty more after that. There have been so many of these kind of incidents, and we know the authorities are absolutely determined to clamp down. Free kick then for Ahal. And again, you can see only 3 players now around that Al-Fayha penalty area. Certainly not overcommitting. There might be a yellow card here for time wasting, or at least a warning. Wasn't really worth the wait. And now they're all scrambling to get back as Al-Bakari brings it forward. The free kick's gone Fayha's way. Avazov, the coach, is imploring discipline. Don't lose your man. Don't make a mistake. We're 9 minutes away plus stoppage time from what would be a really big win. So much pushing and shoving. Wouldn't want to be a referee, especially if it continues into the penalty area in a minute, which it might when the ball comes over. Al-Khalaf takes. Back into the mixer it goes, and thrashed away by Mamiev. Not very far though. Al-Khalaf. Just can't get out at the moment. Ahal. Almost like they're just ceding possession to their opponents. No free kick. Well, that was a bit controversial. Once again, they want to go back. Well, they've got themselves into a bit of a corner. How do you go from here? Give away a throw is the answer. Pass was telegraphed. Well, it was a shirt pull, but advantage played, but the cross was just too far. Stayed in play, I think, did it? No. Rilla. Al-Bakari. Carby. Oh, just given his first touch there. He came on 5 minutes ago. This is Rilla. Nice ball trying to get Sakala away. Nothing doing there again for Fayha. Well, was that a fair challenge or not? It looked like he played the ball. Either way, referees played on, they're still in possession. They'll get a throw, and they'll take a bit more time off the clock. And the crowd starting to scent, possibly here, a massive win with 5 minutes of normal time to go. We've got another player down with cramp, allegedly. change for the visitors. Ali Al-Jubeir is on to play up front. Well, nothing to lose at this stage, really. May as well go for broke. Well, that's a poor clearance. But Rilla's effort not particularly adjacent. Skewed off the outside of his boot. It's going to go out of player fancy. So we're now down to 3 minutes plus stoppage time, but I think there'll be a lot of it. We're going to have another change here. We had so many substitutions. This is Dejan Meredov, who's actually a striker. Don't get the impression he's going to do a lot of striking here, to be honest. It's just another body. Goal scorer is coming off, Elman Tagayev, with the one moment of genuine quality, really, in this match. A brilliant strike 52 minutes in. Chances beginning to run out for Fayha. The clock is against them, albeit we haven't seen how much stoppage time is going to be added, and I think it'll be a fair amount, truth to tell. Let's count the number of times that the Ahal players have gone down. Wouldn't surprise me if we get 10 added minutes. Really wouldn't. Here's Al-Bakawi. Well, no, soon enough. Now, do they have any intention of going forward? I don't think so, really. Just want to keep the ball at that end of the pitch. All eyes on the fourth official. How much additional time? Well, it's close. 9. Crowd don't like it, but in all honesty, there have been so many Ahal players down in the last, well, 20 minutes particularly. And if they keep doing it, they'll just have more time on, so we might end up playing more than 9. Just knew it was coming. Now then, we're going to get some late drama here. Can he save the corner? Yes, he can, Jasper. Nice piece of skill from Meredov, who's just come on. Didn't get the memo about not going forward. Miscontrol from Mamiev. Now here comes Sakana, made a bit of a present of it, still going, overran it. It's come back to Al-Khalaf. Now Ali El-Jubeir. They still can't find a way through. Seven minutes to go. Maybe a bit more, who knows?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Not honestly sure what the hold-up is here. I've no idea. So now the 9's going to be more like 11 or 12. So still hope for Fayha. About as many players as Ahal have had forward for about 20 minutes, but it didn't last long. That's going to be a yellow card. So Meredov in the book, the substitute, or one of the substitutes. They've got 5 on now. Well, they're actually checking VAR here for a red. Check complete. I'm going to say it didn't look like it was worthy of a sending off, and the VAR agreed. Now they've given it away, Ahal here. You want to be so careful, and that's just chipped into no man's land and easily claimed by Japarov. Trying to get it as far as he can down the pitch. He's giving it a serious clout too. If we're just stepping in with temper starting to flare a little bit. Out of absolutely nothing, really. I think that was sensible refereeing. I think that was a fair challenge. Still an opportunity, still at least 3 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 for Fayha to try and get something here. Al-Bakawi. 4 players waiting in the penalty area. Now a chance to deliver. But it was a poor cross, it really was. Just didn't get anything behind it at all. Well, they've got players in the box here if it will fall for them, but it wouldn't. Just spun away from Karbi, but they do have a corner in the 8th minute of stoppage time. Vuk Razovic there, suffering. 6 corners to none, but the main stat is the one in the corner of the screen now. That's a good ball in, but the header easily claimed by Japarot. Cheers all round the ground. Well, that's been the story really for Fayha of the evening. They just haven't found a final delivery, haven't threatened enough. We'll get back to that, Al-Bakawi. Last minute of stoppage time. Maybe. And they are still coming forward. There's not been any lack of effort or commitment. But Ahal are very close. They've only ever won one match previously in the Asian Champions League, and they can run down the clock here. There are some very, very tired players out there. Just got to try and keep it, or maybe more than that. And it's all a little bit desperate, pushing and shoving. And Fayha just want to get on with it, but they will require the referee to add more time on because we've played the original 9 minutes. But we have had a couple of injuries, or stoppages, to be more accurate, during injury time. So, as I say, may not be all over just yet. Crowd beseeching the referee to blow his whistle. We got 2 footballs on the pitch that we did have momentarily. Keep the ball and they will keep the points, simple as that. We've played a minute over the 9 now. I'm not sure the referee has even had a look at his watch yet. Still a chance for the Saudi side to get something here. Is that a free kick? Yes, it is. One more chance to get it into the box if they want. It's going to need to go there momentarily. Al-Khalaf was blocked off. Here he is again. That is all she wrote, though. And it's a famous win for Ahal. Only their 2nd ever in the AFC Champions League. The team from Turkmenistan have taken down Al-Fayha of Saudi Arabia after a wonder goal from the skipper Elman-Tagiev 6 minutes after the break. An absolute beauty that flew in past Ahmed El-Kessa and has given Turkmenistan football a massive shot in the arm. And Ahal a flying start. There's the goal scorer in Group A. Capacity crowd here to see it. In truth, it wasn't pretty for long spells. But the result, at the end of the day, is the telling factor. And it will go down in Turkmenistan history as one of their best wins ever. Final score here from the Ashgabat Multisport Stadium. It's finished Ahal 1, Al Fayha 0.